Hey, what's up? Quirky Clark coming back to you with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about a very stigmatized word, and that word is fat. I smell fat people. It's gross. Fat doesn't mean smelly. We aren't pigs. Fat people are like, we hate fat shaming, so to pull themselves up, they will do skinny shaming. We do not hate skinny people at all. I hate fat people. They are the nasty, smelly fucktards at Walmart with their asses dropping over the power chair, buying all the cake and chips, then wondering why they get made fun of. We aren't nasty and we don't all use power chairs. We aren't all lazy, not even close. Why do fat, lazy people call everyone else skinnier sticks? Come on, if you're fat, just admit you're fat, you lazy piece of shit. Oink, oink. I'm fat not because of genetics, a thyroid condition, slow metabolism, a self-diagnosed disease, or my medication. It's because I eat too fucking much. We all don't make excuses or have valid reasons for being fat. The reason I decided to bring this up in a video and post it to YouTube is because every time I call myself fat in front of friends or family, they always act like it's an insult or like I'm saying something that they wouldn't say to me. So, for instance, people associate the word fat with things like lazy and disgusting and all these other negative stigmatized things, when really fat is just a description word, and everyone has linked fat with all these things that it might not necessarily be or is not. So, as for example, whenever I go out in public places, anywhere really, like for example, I went to a roller skating place and we were doing laser tag, and I went into the laser tag room and I was like, is that this fat people approved? Is this fat people accepted? And everyone was just looking at me like I was crazy and acting weird because I called myself fat, and it didn't really make any sense to me until I sat down and thought about the things that fat is usually associated with. And I don't think it's right that the word fat is associated with these things, and I think we can take the word back. I mean, honestly, the reason we should take the word back is for the people who don't have a choice about being fat and who didn't do it to themselves. Like, for instance, people that do have medicines that contribute to their weight gain, or PCOS, or fat storage problems like lymphedema, and did I already say PCOS? So yeah, there's people out there that have to live with being fat and can't really change it or can never change it completely. And so what they are, fat, will always be negative to them and will always be on the edge. Like if someone calls them fat, it ruins their whole day. Or if someone calls them fat, it makes them want to cry. And I don't think a word should make someone want to cry, especially when it's meant to be a description. I mean, there are people who, like this man right here, who eat nothing but pizza and junk food all day long, but they can stay skinny because of their metabolism, as well as maybe the amount of exercise they get because they do physical sports, but probably mostly because they have a great metabolism. And so they're fat skinny, but they don't get any shaming or anything because they don't look the part, which, okay, society, you're doing a great job. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to throw into this, talking about fat skinnies. And I also wanted to bring up the fact that everyone thinks all fat people have a huge excuse for why we're fat. Like the very last clip in that slideshow I showed, we all say we have issues from medications or all of the listed. But lots of us know that we have a problem with food and know that we don't get enough exercise. And I just think it's ridiculous that people think we don't know. We know. Newsflash, we know. You don't see me sitting here blaming my weight on the huge amount of processed food that's shoved in our face every day through advertisement and just going into any single store. You don't see me sitting here blaming it on misinformation or lack of education in schooling systems or anything of the above. You don't see me sitting here pointing fingers at the lack of education of sugar and addiction. Addiction is very real. So again, to end this video, I just want to say fat is just a description word. It does not rule your life. It does not get to say who you are and who you aren't. I'm so tired of people thinking something just because they were told it by one person, or thinking something just because it's cool to think it. Just because someone is fat doesn't mean they're ugly, doesn't mean they're stupid, doesn't mean they're disgusting. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day.